Guys, welcome. This is Deshaun Gardner.
And I have Mr. Thompson with me, and today we're going to debate a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Our topic today is foods that are better for the environment.
Yes, and we're talking renewable versus non-renewable energy. So with that in mind, I would like to say that I believe, Mr. Townsend, that apples are the best for the environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's wrong, actually. Appreciate that opinion, but hamburgers are much better for the environment. I've got a couple of reasons. Absolutely, got some reasons. So cows eat grass.
Yeah.
And grass gets the energy from both water and the sun.
Yeah.
So it's really eating a cow is really the same as using solar energy as well as the water cycle.
So I'm going to have to disagree with you on there.
I can't imagine why.
Well, half of it sounds good, right? Like the sun, the water, like that sounds great. But the cow has to get cut up.
Okay.
So that's where a different type of energy comes in. Where I can just pick the apple off of the tree, which used the sun, the water. Now the apple's providing energy for me, and we can actually, the waste product, fertilize grass and,
Yeah, so you brought up good points there, and I appreciate that because that really builds my argument stronger. And that when you pick the apple, you eat the apple, and the seeds go back, keeping it in the same environment. But you also transport that fruit all around the nation. So now there are seeds that could have been in that same location that are trying to grow in some other environment. And I mean, who wants an apple tree to struggle and not be able to grow? That's a painful, sad, full of morose kind of population. That cow stays right where the cow's supposed to be, and it uses fertilizer, tops fertilizer on the ground, of course, in the form of manure, and that helps fertilize the environment right then and there. It's more localized.
Well,
it's the loving food.
Well, according to the USDA, they require less energy.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
So, dude, the USDA
is
making that up. Okay, so someone from the USDA is probably paid from the apple manufacturers to come up with that kind of fact. If you look at cows.org, right, it shows that cows actually are the transportation costs back and forth of a cow, albeit heavy, does not go all the way across the country because we have got farms in different locations. So transportation costs become much lower to the environment.
But there's factories that process the cows. And they're going to use coal, which is a non-renewable type of energy, which is harmful for the environment. So I think apples are better.
Okay. I'll take your word for that. It's your opinion. But let's not forget the erosion to the environment that the cows with the pasture, that grass is keeping that erosion down to a minimum. And the shade under an apple tree, now that dirt's just sitting there, it's being separated by its little family every time it rains.
Oh, wow.
And it's just looking and sort of, hey,
yeah.
I used to be next to you, but now I'm way over here because there's erosion. I don't know, Mr. Garner, that seems to me that cows are by far the better thing for the environment.
I don't know. I think I'm right. So
we
may have to agree
to disagree.